Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I enjoy this class because of the fun activities we have.
The type of things that we do in this class is ceramics, 2-point drawings, painting, like Bob Ross paintings. We go on field trips, like Santa Monica Pier, the museum, Fresno Fair.
I would recommend this class because it's a really great way how to learn how to draw better and learn more about art. Great way to make friends, and field trips are really fun.
So they'll start like this, and I am hope that it will end up like this, and eventually this. This class teaches me, in the end, to become more creative, and it makes my skill better in drawing, making ceramics, painting, and it's all fun while doing it all.
Hey,
Hi!
you guys should join drama. You know why? Tell them, Juliana.
Well, because we get to make new characters and with props and costumes, and we either have a script or we don't have a script. It's fun in drama.
Yeah.
You get to experiment with different things.
So one of the units we got to do was costume designing, and we got to learn all about how different costumes are made in different plays that had different costumes, and then we got to create our own costume out of recyclable materials, and then we got to present it in a fashion show.
In drama, we do a lot of improv and on-the-spot acting. We also learn how to memorize lines and how to direct. We also learn the backstage aspect of drama. I love drama because you really can be yourself and nobody's gonna judge you because they're busy being themselves too.
We learn how to play off of one another and create these stories that are really entertaining to watch. It's fun bonding with other people and your classmates, and we do different assignments with one another so much that by the end of the year, we're like a big happy family.
It's really fun to get to learn new ways to do art, and the teacher makes it easy for you to do.
What we learned was about focal point and how we have to angle the buildings and stuff to make it look 3D. I really recommend this class because the teacher makes you feel like an artist and you become creative. It's really fun and you'll smile half the time, if not then the whole time.
First we did the cover page, and you drew 5 things that you really liked, and some things had to go off the page and some had to overlap. And then we did the value scale, and you learned how to really shade in that, and you had to do from dark to lightest. And then we did masks, and you had to make it pop up in the eyes to where they could, as you walked, they could look at you. And my favorite was probably the gecko because you got to use the beads to make the gecko, and then you got to draw it.
My favorite part about this class was the haunted house because you really shade in the darkness and the light, and you got to put detail, make the windows cracked and put bats and stuff. And you could also make the door cracked open and make it look like a ghost is in there.
I like Abbott because in this class we can learn how to take notes, and we can learn how to keep our grades up and become more organized, and helps us know how to keep a binder, and it really helps you figure out what you want to do for your future, where you want to go.
A tutorial group is based on your lowest grade. You write a question, and then they ask questions to get you to your answer.
Binder check is where the tutors get to check our binders and make sure we're taking notes for each class. They check if we have 3 notes for each subject, because notes are very important. Our planner is another thing they look for. Our planner is where we keep everything that we're doing this week. We make sure our backpacks are clear because loose papers are never good.
Grade sheet and analysis is basically where we look over our grades to see if we need to improve in anything. I would see what my grade is, and I would see what I need to improve, what I need to correct, and what I need to make up. If any grades went up, I would see why, so I can use that as a reference so I can refer back to what I need to do. And which subjects dropped. I would see why that happened, what was the cause of it, and what I need to do to prevent that in the future.
I would recommend Avid to the kids that really want to strive to go to college.
Depending on the class you're in, you can learn a new instrument, you can learn different techniques. We have
marching band, concerts. When I first joined band, I wasn't the best. I wasn't exposed to much music in my life. Now I have been in an honor band and I was first chair, and I also learned how to work with a big group of people. I enjoy not only learning the music and learning the different techniques, like the harmonies of the pieces are really fun, and I really like marching band, but my absolute favorite part has to be the family aspect of it. I would definitely recommend this class to, anyone, because, everyone loves music. And when you're in band, you have an ear for music. Taking band can really help you and your friends grow as great musicians.
It's really nice to have people that enjoy the same thing that you do.
In broadcasting, you learn how to make scripts, film, act, direct, and edit.
In broadcasting, you learn a range of different things. Even on the first week of school, you learn how to use a camera properly, set up the green screen.
In broadcasting, we make videos for this competition at the end of the year called Slick Rock. But during the year, we have a good time by acting in the video announcements as anchors. We get to go out and do Bruin Talk, which is going around the school and know students by asking them questions.
I recommend broadcasting because it helps you make more friendships, helps you learn how to work with other people and in your environment, and it's just really fun.
Between interviewing Bruins on Bruin Talk and editing a commercial, we always get to express ourselves in front of everybody.
I most enjoy watching your video at the end because it all comes together and you get to watch all of your work piece by piece put together.
We sing our hearts out, but not only sing the songs assigned, we also sing popular pop songs. We learn about music, we learn also about the notes and pronouncing words. You also learn about the people and friends around you. We all build each other up. No one is left out or lonely. It gives you a chance to open up and try new things. Even if you are shy and you only sing alone, in choir, you have a bunch of people to back you up, and there's room for everyone. So whether you have a beautiful voice or a bad one, choir has room for everyone.
We also get to know each other to where we are like a family. It's great to make friends with people who love the same interests as you do.
Well, in this class, you learn how to pantomime, how puppets are made and how they're created. You also learn how to memorize your lines.
And one day, Maleficent and the witch decided to battle outside of the forest.
We do lots of acting. It's really fun.
We don't do just acting, we do a lot of other things like learning about the history of drama.
And great.
And commercials.
It takes you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, it gets you out of your shell. You can talk in front of people and it's not as scary.
All the time you do something fun and they're like, oh, you learned this, and you're like, I did, but I didn't even notice because I was having so much fun.
You get used to the fact that you're with your friends and all the friends do the same thing as you, so you're not as shy about it.
It doesn't matter what skill you have in acting. Also, you get to make new friends, and you later on notice that everyone just as nervous as you right before you're about to perform, and just as excited when you're performing and when you're done with it. So yes, I would really recommend this class.
I love this song.
1, 2, here's 9, 9, 9, 9.
We get to go to a bunch of fun jazz festivals, get to play a whole bunch of jazz songs with friends.
At first, when I joined jazz band, I was just a normal drummer. I didn't know a lot, but after a while in jazz band, I became funky and good, and I learned more stuff, how to become better. We learned to solo, play by yourself, interact with other musicians.
Basically, everything that I learned about music came from jazz band.
You should join leadership
friendship because it's a great way to get involved with your school and help others become more welcome. It's also a great way to make new friends that you normally wouldn't hang out with and get to know everybody from different groups of people. And you also learn how to become like a great leader and lead others to become a better person.
I like to go and run errands and prep for all the activities that are coming up around the school.
In this class, we learn how to be a leader. So like during the rallies and stuff, we have to volunteer for the games and not be the shy person in the back, not doing anything. We have to express ourselves through our actions that we make around campus.
In this class, we learn about rhythm and how to keep up with the tempo. I would recommend it to students who want to advance in their musical education, especially if you play the violin, viola, cello, or bass.
One of the things we learn in orchestra is how to work together in a group to create a fuller sound. What I really enjoy about orchestra is when everyone is so immersed in the music, especially if it's a good piece. Overall, playing an instrument really opened a lot of doors for me as a musician and as an individual.
Counseling, we are able to do so many things as a class. We are able to gain friendships by helping other people. We are able to share our feelings, and we know that we won't be judged in this class.
There are peer counselors who are here just to listen, and they're certified to just talk to you. If there's like things that are going on at school, and you could just talk to them, and everything is confidential as well.
So in peer counseling, you get to learn how to become like a really good listener, and it's just a good skill to have like later on in life, because it's respectful for you to like have eye contact with like an adult while you're talking to them. You also get to show new students around campus, which is fun because you get to make an early connection with new students. So if they're shy or scared to be around campus, you can be their friend until that they like open up. Peer mediation. Whenever there's like a conflict on campus between two or more people, we use this to solve the problem.
All the students inside, it's like a family. You can talk about whatever you're going through, and it's just where you can get out your feelings, and you can use the skills that you learn in this classroom setting, and you can use them anywhere. So it's a really good class to be in.
Saquen lápiz, papeles, vamos a escribir. ¿Listos? Vamos. Sí. Vamos. Escuchen y escriban.
Essa é guapa, essa é feia, essa é intelectual, deportista, educada, pacifista, divertida, anarquista, como é.
Usually in this class we conjugate from Spanish to English or English to Spanish, and what I like about this class is that we get to walk around and actually talk to other people in our class.
¿En inglés o en español?
In Spanish.
Hola, me llamo Kayla. ¿Cómo te llamas tú?
Me llamo Abby.
¿Cómo es tu mamá, Justin?
The work is hardly ever thought of as actual work in this class.
You're learning a whole different language. It's just a whole new aspect of everything.
So in strength, we work and we play hard. We do workouts to improve our fitness level, and we play games to just improve our condition. We mix and match them. In this class, I also learned that you could get way more in shape from the start of the year to the end.
So in strength, we do ropes, we do kettlebells,
we do chest passes.
We'll run, we go on the blacktop, we play games, we'll go to Buchanan stadiums. You make a lot of friends, you get more agility, you'll learn how to do more workouts, and you do get a lot more stronger mentally and physically.
The reason I like strength is I like the workouts because even from the easiest to the hardest workouts, Mr. Hansen always makes them fun. And usually after every workout, we play games like Crossfire, Tails, and Kickball. And the games are good cool downs for a hard workout. I also like how the class warms you up for sports after school each day, and it's just a really fun class to be in.
Being a TA is a great job for someone who likes helping out the teachers and running errands.
In the classroom, we help the teacher with everything from printing, filing, to grading tests. Often, TAs will find themselves counting, stacking, and stapling papers. If you apply as a TA, you might be assigned to a cluster office, the main office, or as a teacher assistant.
Being a TA is great because you get familiarized with the campus. If you have younger siblings or cousins coming up, you can explain to them where all the rooms are. And you also meet students and teachers all over the campus, and you could possibly make new friends.
Oftentimes, TAs will find themselves in the same class they have later on that day. It is fantastic for you almost get double the learning time.
I would recommend it to different people because it's spontaneous and fun.
It's all about learning how to survive when you become independent in your life. Refusal skills on how to say no to peer pressure. You learn to sweep and mop floors. We also will wash clothes, dry them, and iron the clothes. I'll teach you how to sew a button onto a piece of fabric in case you lose a button. The most important thing is that we also cook. And right now I am preparing some fried rice. And then almost done here. And I also prepared, and you'll be doing these recipes, some chocolate chip cookies.
We learned how to cook and clean and basically function as a teenager.
We did a 80-foot rope thing, like when you first come to class. It teaches you about how something that you do now will affect something that you're going to be doing later.
So once we were about a month into this class, we started cooking on Fridays, and on Wednesdays we normally took notes or did things that you would normally do around the house, like rake or do laundry.
What I enjoyed was cooking because you get to eat the food after.
And I would recommend this class to other students because it's very fun and interactive.
In this class, we use laptops to create the yearbook of Alta Sierra.
We first take the pictures and then we have to upload them to get them in the yearbook. We have a whole website just to do that. Then you have to get the right font and make sure that you can get as many people in a page as you can. And then you have to find out all their names, get all their names on the page. And everybody has to be in the yearbook at least twice, so that's really important. You have to add all the pictures. It's really fun to do. And then you can add text box, and it's super easy and fun to do. It doesn't take very long, and then it looks really good.
We use a server called eDesign, and we upload pictures and take pictures of current events at the school. We make templates and design everything. After we design the pages and spreads, we insert them to the deadline. After the deadline is done, we start a new one, and it's sort of a process.
My favorite part about this class is that you get to capture photos through the whole year and put it into a book that the whole school can enjoy and have those memories forever.
In the collaborative mentoring class, there is a combination of general ed students mentoring and creating bonds with the students from the Functional Life Skills program.
And I decided that would be a great opportunity to be hands-on with the kids and really help them out with a class setting. And
to interact with these students that we normally wouldn't really have much time to spend with them, and also it just helps you gain an appreciation for the collaborative programs on campus, like our sports teams.
In the class, the students work together on creating various art products.
Great opportunity to be in a classroom and build solid foundational relationships.
There are numerous mentors in this class taking it as their elective because they just love being around these students.
Coding is a very important skill that needs to be taught in the 21st century classroom. It's becoming more and more evident that it's just as important as English, history, math, and science. So come to our coding class. We're going to learn how to code for practical uses. We're going to learn how to code drones and have them do whatever you want, just like this drone. This drone we have coding in. It's going to take off, move forward, move back, flip, and then land. And all with a push of a button. It does everything that we asked it to do. It moves forward, it moves back, it flips backwards, and then it lands. We're also going to learn what a computer is actually made of. We're going to take a computer entirely apart and see every single different piece of what makes up your device. This class is a hands-on activity lab with little breaks in the instruction of coding to learn how to 3D print, to learn how to utilize robotics, and to utilize how to use different things such as Makey-Makeys and Raspberry Pis. It's a very hands-on course, but you're going to get a lot out of it and you're going to enjoy your time.
Hi, I'm Rob Louder. I'm going to be the robotics teacher next year. We're going to have a robotic class here at Alta Sierra. One of the things you're going to learn is how to program a robot, how to develop a robot and make a robot, and then we'll take those robots and we'll actually take them to a challenge table similar to the one you see here, and we will deconstruct the challenge and work on programming the robot to be able to accomplish certain challenges. Not only will we do that, but then we will actually progress with the program into what we call the First Tech Challenge program, which is where we use a robot on a bigger playing field that actually competes against other robots. So look, it's going to be a great class. Look forward to seeing you next year.